everyone, welcome to Gavra Racing on a new chapter here for round number 3 here in Austria, and today we are here around the very quick, the very demanding Spielberg here in the Styrian Alps, and today we are now racing, and at the moment we're doing qualifying here around Austria. So at the moment,
Matza. Sorry about
yeah, hello to Low Lion, who's just commented alongside me. It's Matza. Yes, I think you were going to say.
Yes, I was going to say that Matza has unfortunately crashed at the exit of the last corner.
Sorry, forgot to change that. That's absolutely fine, Gavra. That's fine. But yeah, hello everyone to chat. Hello to JJ Bomb. Hello to Gav. But yeah, very interesting start to the qualifying session as Chinley goes at the moment fastest from Heblerino by 500ths, closely followed with De Hebler about 2/10 far to Chinley. So Chinley at the moment doing a bit of a good result, but Tabby Dubdex pulls off a fantastic lap with a 1 minute 4.8, I believe. So that is an amazing good lap on the medium tyres. So these Chinley win, or we right? Yeah. So Chinley at the moment is on provisional pole position, but Tabby Dubdex take a bow. He's on the mediums, but ANL MP6, I believe, his first race in the League and in Gavra Racing.
Shortbread has just gone P1.
Yes, so Shortbread now the championship leader, who's leading about 30 points. So Shortbread holding at the moment a very healthy lead, Low Lion. So Shortbread at the moment could be a very big chance here to win the title. He only needs 2 rounds, so he can grab the title maybe next round, or even this round if his nearest title contender, Tabby Dubdex, doesn't get any points, or any of his nearest title contenders. But hello to Griffin in the chat as well. So hello to everyone. And yeah, Low Lion's going to be very interested because Austria is a track where a lot of things can happen. A very interesting overtakes. A lot of stuff can happen, Low Lion.
Yeah, I don't know if there may be rain for the race, because I think that I wouldn't see a point in going on the mediums, but they might just be setting bankers, but I'm not sure. I'm sure she's very slow there.
Yeah, so definitely. So if rain is forecast in at the end of qualifying maybe, or even in the race, then that could be very crucial. So if rain is going to be at the end of qualifying, the drivers have to start setting laps. Otherwise, they'll be starting at the back of the grid. Unfortunately, Matza's crashed in the final corner as his brother, Simon that Apex, who is now on his outlap, on its used mediums, I believe. So at the moment it's looking pretty close from the top 3 to top 7. So yeah, very close, about 10th or 2 between the 4 of them. So yeah, it's very interesting to see how it will all play out. But at the moment it is Shortbread holding a healthy lead. Not much of a healthy lead in qualifying, but in the championship. But his nearest title contender, Tabby Dubdex, is 4/10 behind. But now we're going to be watching Simon at Apex on a lap here in Austria. So now he takes a lot of curb at the exit of turn 1. Turn 1's very difficult to make an absolutely perfect, but it looks like sector 2. There's the 2 Ferraris. I think one of the Ferraris let him pass. But Simon at Apex goes a bit deep into turn 3, Low Lion. So he could have ended a bit of a lap. He might have given up on that lap if he went a bit more deep, but now he still keeps the Haas intact. The Dutchman now, the Flying Dutchman maybe. Let's see now, he's flying out through turn 5. Now it's important to get the grip, and now going into this corner is very difficult on the downforce now. He's not a purple middle sector yet, but maybe he could try and nail something in the final sector. Now he's going to throw the car now to turn 9. Now he goes a bit deep, but that was pretty close. He now goes through the final corner. used the curb nicely. Now DRS open, flats out to the line. What is it?
Yeah.
P3.
Yeah, Simon definitely has the pace. I think obviously that mistake probably cost him a tenth or 2 tenths. So I think Simon, he has the pace for pole position, I think.
How many of these do you think use a control of full steering wheel? Okay.
Oof,
Okay.
Simon.
Ooh,
Go on.
yeah.
Go on. I just saw Simon go deep.
Oh, so I was going to say, JJ Bomb, there is a balanced amount of drivers who are on steering wheel or controller. You don't have to have a certain type of input you have to use, either controller or even keyboard if you wish, because keyboard is as the Hebler impresses with a 1042. So I am, because, yes, as you just see before, there was the results from the pole positions in qualifying. Ben Roberts having the double one, and then season 3 at the bottom is my Braxton brother, CLM Ferrari, who is racing next season in the Scarlet Red Ferrari. So it's going to be very interesting to see what my brother can do. He's very quick, so let's see what he can maybe do in the next season or in the future. Hello to NDM Gaming, aka Nazi, the man who is in the Premier Series in the Scarlet Red Ferrari and is looking maybe to hunt down with Thunder for the Constructors' Championship. So let's see if they embrace the master plan this season. But nonetheless, at the moment, it's the Hebler after a very good lap, so he was surprised a lot. But his brother is now on an out lap. The Germans are pretty high up there in the classification, but as you can see, there's the teammates battle between Tabby Dobdex and Billy Misu. So the qualifying battle 3-1 for Tabby Dobdex, as well as the race, and the best results for Tabby Dobdex and Billy Misu were third in qualifying respectively, and then Tabby Dobdex with a second. I rest the master plan every season, Natty says. But I'm just continuing. Race best results. Tabby Dobdex with second and Billy Misu with first. After that 1-2 for Mercedes in the French Grand Prix low line, which definitely was a chaotic race. But maybe this can be a chaotic race.
Yeah, a lot of people are struggling through turn 2/turn 3. A lot of people call it turn 2, it's turn 3 actually, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people going very deep. I'm just on board with Shortbread. He's done a good lap. I don't know if it puts him P2, not by much. But yeah, a lot of people struggling through turn 2/turn 3 as they're just going really deep every time.
Yeah, so yeah, turn 3 is a pretty difficult brake zone. It's it's pretty easy to lock up one of your tyres. Shortbread does not go pretty deep, but I believe he's still on a lap, so maybe he's going for a double lap. But O'Reilly, the season weekend league, season 4 champion, put his name up there in the standings in the qualifications at the moment. P3 for him, for the Alfa Romeo driver, and very close at the moment. As now maybe someone else can top it off. Simon Apex now is on that, but I'm going to go on board with ANL NP6. Now he's flying now through turn 5. Important to get the exit correctly, and now into the very difficult turn 7, and now into
Shortbread is going to go pole provisional.
2 tenths deficit there, low line. But now we're just looking at ANL MP6 now making his, I believe, his debut, or maybe changed his name. But now going through the final corner now, flat to the line, it's close by 800ths. So now the gaps are getting closer. The intensity is rising between the 13 of drivers, as fortunately as Matza crashed in the final.
Oh, Tabby Topdex! He's lost his front wing. I think he lost it on the exit of I think turn 6 or 7. He's lost a bit of his front wing.
Yeah, he's left
the box.
Yeah, he lost his end plate there. He lost his end plate, so he has to go into the pits now, repair that, and obviously wing damage. Even if it's small wing damage, you need to pit because of how difficult it is to drive. The understeer you get. But at the moment, DBD, no, that's ANL, I think, now pitting in the Williams, hence his teammate. DBD is unfortunately P11, but it's a good lap. Was a good lap, but now he can go again. As I was just looking at now our Peter arranged his teammates, so now he's going into turn 3. Now he's a 1.3 tenths up on his current time right now. So now DRS open for the Alfa Romeo driver. Now he's going now. As now someone spun the turn 1, James Rule has spun into turn 1, and he must have carried a bit too much speed into the corner, but that's very unfortunate. But Billy Mees now on a lap, 3 seconds down on his time, so it doesn't look like he can improve. But I'm just looking now at our Peter now. He's 4 tenths up on his time, so now this could be very P6 maybe for our Peter. So now he's going through the final sequence of corners. Now through the final right hand of turn 10. Now flat out with DRS now with the power. What is it now for our Peter? But it's actually invalidated. So that means our Peter's lap was invalidated. So he must have invalidated somewhere. Chinley. It's Chinley goes P5. Josh as well through the final corner now. As now he goes a bit wide, but it's not enough to invalidate. I think he got a bit of understeer into turn 9. But let's see, he still improves by 500ths, out qualifies Chinley, his teammate. So Joshi doing a pretty good job there. I'm pretty lucky that he did not invalidate his lap at turn 9 by going wide. But now it's gonna, yeah.
Oh, I thought there was yellows at the final sector, but it was just someone going into the pits or going very slowly into the pits.
Yeah, so at the moment, DBD now is starting a lap. But Chinley, I believe, is going for another lap. No, he's not. He's probably going to pit now, because he's done 2 laps. But is he now going to the pits? Yes, he is. He's going into the pits now, and now now we're going to be watching Simon that Apex, who's now going into turn 4. The Haas driver, the Dutchman. Can he maybe fly like Jarno Opmeer? So now he's now going through now into turn number 5. Now, very important to correct. He does very nicely now. He's only 3/100ths down as he spins. He loses the rear. Or he maybe have touched that curb and caused him to spin. Low Lions. That's a big mistake from the Dutch driver.
Tabby Top Decks is on a lap. He got a neat toe from his teammate. 1.3 tenths up on his time, but yeah, he got a really neat toe from Billy Misu. And I don't actually think Billy Misu has enough time to return to the pits and get back out, so I think he was on a charge. But Tubby Top Decks is rounding the final couple of corners through the final corner now. Is he going to invalidate? He is going to invalidate, unfortunately. I think that was his actual last attempt at a lap. I don't think he's actually going to make another lap. Well, might just scrape it.
Yeah, so that is Terry Donners can make another lap, but he has to go very quick. He can still make another lap, but it's going to be pretty close. So Billy Meekson now has finished. So I believe now DPD is on the mediums, which kind of confuses me why he's on the medium. But maybe he's going for that alternate strategy and maybe looking to go pretty quick at the final laps of the race. But at the moment, we're just looking now, Shawbread slowing down. And I've got kind of fears that he might not get the checkered.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking the same. Tabby Top Decks, he needs to put his foot down. He might not make it. Same as Shawbread, they need to put their foot down.
Yeah, Shawbread is
A&L has gone 104.0. What a lap from the Williams. Yeah, Tabby's got to put his foot down. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah, arranged as well. So now, Shawbread, he's just gonna make it. He's just made it to the checkered flag. As now, he's now into turn 1 now. He hasn't improved yet, but he still can maybe pull something out of the bag now. So it's just now up to Shawbread. as now he's 15 milliseconds down in his time at the moment. So very close now between Shortbread's time. So now, can anyone stop him? Can someone like Apex stop him? But he's slowing down. Joshi will be unable to get the checkered flag. So I believe, unless anyone can stop Shortbread. At the moment, he is flying, and now let's see, he's only a 10th down. Quiet chat today, not a lot of people, Gavra, but nevertheless, Shortbread now flying now, turn 9, now turn 10, follows his way now through the final corner. Is he going to improve, or is he going to keep his time by 9 milliseconds? Unfortunately, loses out on improving his time, but Tabby Dobdex invalidated. So that is the end of qualifying, and that is Shortbread on another pole position. And
there's a crash actually. There's a crash.
Who crashed? Oh, that is Aston Martin of Chinley, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look at JB Surreal now.
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone now. So yeah, that is the checkered flag, Low Lion.
Yeah, Tabby Top Decks was actually 5 tenths up on his time, and I think he would have gained an extra 2 tenths. So Tabby Top Decks could have put it on pole position, unless he had if he didn't invalidate, unfortunately, on the final corner.
Yeah, so now that brings the end of qualifying, and that was interesting. And Shortbread takes pole position, following closely by ANL, De Hebler, O'Rington, and Simon that Apex. Very close between the pair of them. Joshi, Heblerino, Chinley, Terry Doddex, and Arpita complete the top 10 with DBD, Billy Misu, James Surreal, and Matt unfortunately crashing at the start of qualifying. But that was an excellent lap from O'Rainsy, which really benefited him here. So, can you see now what will happen now in the race?
Could there be rain? I predict at least one of these races that may be a little bit of light rain. But I don't know if the drivers on the mediums would be that confident, or were they saying, nope, it is dry. So, yeah, it's dry. So the people starting on mediums, I think, are Billy Misu and someone else, but I'm not sure. I think it might have been JMB Surreal. But, yeah, so this should be an interesting race. What do you think?
Can you explain how the teams work? JJ Bomb, don't really understand. Hello to Castango, Steph Wires. So I was just gonna say, JJ Bomb, how the teams work. I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but
I think he means like how you like getting each team and stuff like that. I think.
If you wanna, you can sign up for if you join the Discord for Gavra Racing, then you can register. Hi Steph Wires, finally someone joined. Yeah, the race is more people tune in to the race. I feel like more people tune into the race rather than qualifying. I've got a feeling, but nonetheless, Low Lion now we're gonna be into the formation lap.
Yeah. So the DBD. So everyone outside of the top 10 includes DBD, Billy Misu, JMB Surreal, are all starting on the medium tyre. So Matsa is quite a quick driver, and obviously on the medium, so he's looking to get that strategy advantage. But Shortbread just needs to get a good start, hopefully pull away from ANL, and just gain time.
Yes, now we're going to be starting, but I believe ANL MP6 is not his first race, I think. Haha, you're welcome. But ANL MP, I think as NP6, or maybe he is now in a team. So yeah, that is NP6. So so at the moment we're now ending the formation lap. as now drivers warmed up their tyres. But at the moment, here is a bit of an insight on Shortbread's record at the moment of his wins, pole positions and podiums, Low Lion, and he has done amazing this season. And at the moment, he is one of the only drivers to have in the weekend league history to have 4 podiums. So at the moment, he's on a clean slate of having a podium every single race. So Shortbread is on an absolute fly, but he's still missing a fastest lap in the name. But he's got 2 wins, 3 pole positions, and now going to be starting the Austria Grand Prix now. Lights are going to be coming out very soon, but it's a bit of a delay here, Low Line. So now we're going to be watching a telemetry. The revs start to rise, and now it's going to be lights out, and away we go. Shortbread does get a good start. ANL tucks in behind, and now it's 3 wide between as Tabby Dopdex. 2 Mercedes go a bit wide as well, so now it's chaos. Now two wide between the Mercedes. They bang wheels, the teammates, so it's all kicking off here. As now Batter dives down the inside, as now he has to avoid the action there. As Orangey spinning out, and now that's Orangey. So after a great qualifying, unfortunately a spot, but now Tabby Dubdex on now as a piece of carbon fibre went off of someone's car. As now Tabby Dubdex takes P8 and Billy Misu follows behind. As Billy Misu unfortunately has to concede for P9. Despite beyond the tyres, that's Tabby Dubdex. Tabby Dubdex.
He resets track.
Yeah, so I believe you can reset to track and you can't get disqualified.
Oh really?
Gav, if you reset the track, can you still get disqualified? Just let me know.
And he's also into the pit lane as well. So, excuse me. Sorry. Alongside Orangey, Tabby Dubdex into the pit lane. I'm not sure what for. He didn't have a front wing change. I think he just wanted to go off those soft tyres.
Yeah, so I believe Orangey had wing damage. You get an LP2 penalty. So you get an LP2 for resetting on track. As Tabby Dubdex will get an LLP2 for resetting on the track. I'm not sure realistically why it's against the rules, but that is pretty costly there for Tabby Dubdex. So there's around 10-second penalty against his name. But yeah, at the moment, it's a bit of a battle here between JB0 and DBD, Arpita and Matza, as well as Billy Misu, now looking to get. As you can see, Low Lion, look at NP6 now closing in on Shortbread. And now Shortbread now has to defend now from NP6. Now NP6 forcing now to the outside. Now he goes to the inside, goes down the inside. Shortbread holds the outside, gets great traction, and still holds P6. But look at the Hebler now closing in now. On NP6, so that's a three-way battle for the win as there's contact between Heblerino and Chinley, and there's a bit of contact there. No damage for the two of them, I believe, and there's a bit of contact between the pair of them, the German and the Britman, colliding into turn 4, and that has lost pace and get on board with Chinley, as says line time in the chat. So at the moment, as NP6 is hitting the wall.
I just about saw that coming to the final corner. But an LLP2 penalty is a 3-place penalty and 2 licence points. So that is what Tabby Dubdex faces for that reset to track.
Yes, so that is very, very, very hurtful. So now Arpita's first candidate to get a 3-second time penalty. Heblerino gets past Simon of that apex, I believe, or defends from Simon of that apex. But the Hebler now is closing on ANL. So ANL, maybe he does not have any damage. No, he does not. He's got pretty lucky with that damage. He didn't get anything, but that was a bit of a whack on the wall at the final corner. De Hebler now does take P5, and now he's close now to Shortbread, who is still leading the race, but getting pressured. As now we're gonna be now seeing.
A&L does have damage. He's into the pit lane. I think he does have damage, but it might not be visible. It might be very light damage, but it might cause him to lose time into the corner. So just going to have a look here. Does A&L have damage, and is he getting a front wing change? He is! A&L does have front wing damage. Unbelievable. So unlucky for the Williams.
De Hebler looks to the inside there of Shortbread, but Shortbread keeps that intact. Chidley's got aimbot. So at the moment, Chidley is P3 now, getting heavily pressured now. Heblerino tries to down the inside again, no contact, but Chidley tries to go for the switchback, but Tabby Dubdeck gets a 3-second time penalty for the corner cut. But so just talking now, Shortbread getting pressured by the Heblers. That's yellow flags. That's Billy Misu.
Yeah, Billy Misu is round. So unfortunate. He's doing so well on those medium tyres. So well, but the Hebler now into the pit lane. I don't know. That might be a strategy, undercutting or trying to undercut Shortbread going onto the medium tyre. They might be struggling.
Yeah, investigation needed, I think. I'm not sure what happened there, but Chinley now goes down the inside of Hebler. He got forced wide there. Heblerino does get a 3-second time penalty that probably will get removed by the stewards because he had to only take avoiding action there. He got forced wide, but now that's having that apex to the inside of Heblerino. Heblerino has to concede P4 as now Shortbread has absolutely capitalised it, and now he's P1 by 2 seconds. To Hebler now attacking Billy Misu, and is now into P9, and now it's going to be now setting to catch up.
Heblerino made a really late call, actually going over the white line. I don't know if you can do that when you go into the pit lane. He made a really late call to go into the pit lane there.
You can cross the white line at pit entry, but you can't cross it at pit exit. So you'll get a 5-second time penalty for that, I believe. So at the moment, we're seeing now some of that apex attacking, trying to attack. Chinley as MP6 sets the fastest lap of a 1 minute 5.8. Joke, so Chinley's a fair gamer. So you're joking then. So somehow Apex gets a 3-second time penalty for for multiple warnings due to track extension as
Tabby
Dubdex. What's happened?
Passed. He got passed by Orange.
Well, now you'll have the DRS low line as now Orange weaving to break the slipstream and the toe. Does what I was talking about. There seems to be 2 people in the racing team, Josh and etc.
So
yes, sorry, I'm low. So I was asking JJ Bomb's question. Thank you, JJ Bomb, for asking a bit more detail. But so there's 2 drivers in each team. They fight for the Constructors' Championship as well as the drivers. So at the end of the season, for example, if Tabby Dubdex and Billy Misu get 50 points each. Racy!
Oh my gosh, I literally was just looking at the Constructors' standings and I was just on board with Tabby Dubdex and I just saw Orange. It's been at T1. I think actually there's an AT round J&B.
J&B. Surreal.
Yeah, J&B Surreal is round. Unfortunate. And that is Simon, that Apex now, diving it into the pit lane. And so is Shortbread. So Shortbread needs to nail this stop. And I think at the moment, if Tabby Top Deck stays the way he is, Shortbread will pull out, I think, about another 15, no, another 20 points on, or 25 points on Tabby Top Decks if everything stays the way it is.
Yeah, so I was just talking about the constructors. Safety car shorting, not safety car, unfortunately, because there's no a car still on the track as Joshi's.
The Headless jumped Shortbread.
As though Billy Meese and Shortbread now go side by side to turn 3. Billy Meese holds back as this is all kicking off now. Overtakes galore now. That's Heblerino attacking NP6. Now look at this battle, a low line from JB Surreal. But Heblerino, they're batting wheels for just some more attention as now tension increases as ANL stays ahead in P8, but that was a hell of a fight between the 4 of them. Great racing from all of them. A bit of contact, but didn't result in any tragedy, which is very, very good for all of them. But Low Lion, that was a big hit from O'Raincy. O'Rainson now is just carrying the car now as he gets passed now by DBD, who is now into P13. But yeah, Max is going mad today. Yes, at the moment he has not pit yet. So that's Heblerino, the inside of Joshi, as Joshi concedes, but now it's Heblerino facing another Aston Martin. That is now Joshi, as now the Britson versus the German, and now who's going to come on top now? Joshi still now this side by side, but Joshi still holds a wheel now this side by side. This is excellent racing, but Heblerino does go ahead.
Joshi! Oh my! I can't believe it. Everyone is spinning in that dirty. Oh my gosh! Honestly, this race is becoming unbelievable.
Yeah, this is unbelievable right now. So that is Joshi unfortunately spinning, and he did not hit the wall, I believe, as he spins again.
Oh no, so unlucky for the Aston driver.
That must be because of the tyres. The rear tyres overheat. Hello to MRCS in the chat, who unfortunately couldn't attend with us, but this is a teammate battle between Matson and Simon at Apex, 3 wide, between Simon at Apex from moments. And it's 3 wide again! Nearly 3 wide. Oh my days.
This is great.
This is fantastic. The Williams, the Ferrari side by side now, as though it's as now the Haas looks to stick the wheel up the inside,
and Max is going to get involved in this as well.
But you never stick up wheel up the inside of that corner if you're behind. But Simon, but there's just so much stuff going on right now, Low Lion.
Yeah, Simon at Apex is right on the back of Heblerino, and his teammate might actually overtake him down into turn 1. So here we go then, Matza cleanly overtaking Simon at Apex, obviously going to have more pace on that soft tyre. Here we go then, can he make a double overtake on A&L and Heblerino, or is the lack of ERS going to do him? Is he going to brake later? Is he going to be 3 wide? No, Heblerino making the move on NP6. This is so close racing. Unbelievable.
As now, I'm having flashback. I'm having thoughts now. This could end up in a wide. Matza nearly collides with Heblerino. My heart stopped there for a minute. But
Shortbread passed Chinley, but Chinley is actually going to go back at Shortbread, I think. But yes, he might not actually.
He won't go down the inside that 10, he's too far back. Joshi gets a 3-second time penalty, but this is absolute close racing between the pair of them. For the 4 of them, excellent racing now. It's going to be full throttle. I'm not sure what happened to Matza. Billy Misu pits to finish his stint for the medium tyres. As now, here we go. Yes, indeed, Low Lion. So now, out into the straight now. And is now going to be some moves. Heblerino sticking up the inside of turn 3 now. He does go cleanly to the inside. As Matza boldly to the inside. But now it's had nearly, as this is just chaos. But at the moment now it's side by side between Heblerino and MP6. MP6 goes around the outside. Matza looking to get Heblerino again. But Matza's using every bit of energy. As Joshi sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but Matza's now pushing Heblerino around turn 6 and 7 as this is kicking off now, Low Lion. So NP6 is now going to be now absolutely flying now because he's very quick around here. But now Matt's now looking now to send it to the inside. He does think about it, but thinks better of it to not go down the inside there. And now he's just going to wait to turn 3. But Heblerino gets a fantastic slipstream as now he dives down the inside of NP6 as Matza goes round the outside. But this is just absolute chaos at the moment between the pair of them. This is great racing. 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing racing. Heblerino looks it again. But this is just getting absolutely intense. And it's getting more and more tense and more chaotic. But at the moment, it's some breathing room between the four of them.
So, yeah, a lot of breathing space, but Shortbread is really trying to reel in De Hebler, as obviously De Hebler undercut Shortbread, so it's all kicking off in the final laps. Now, speaking of De Hebler, and that now puts Shortbread P1. And speaking of, actually wrong, Chinley gets past Shortbread with the DRS, and Shortbread makes contact! And Heblerino's going to pass A&L as well. It's all kicking off. On lapping, there's contact with Shortbread, and A&L and Max has gone down the inside. That was 3 wide through turn 3. Unbelievable.
It's absolutely unbelievable
So
right now.
We go again. A&L down the inside of Heblerino.
He does get the move done at Low Line. This is just absolutely amazing. But Heblerino and some like Apex just goes bold nearly round the outside. Arranges has the fastest lap of a 104.9 at the background, who is setting the pace at the moment. But I'm just looking, Chinley and De Hebler have penalties. Matza does not. So Matza, if he somehow makes 3 seconds, he could be on. As Heblerino does get a 3 second, another 3 seconds, which hampers him of getting a penalty, as I believe something has happened. As Lowline got disconnected, unfortunately, yeah, as he's back now, so something's happened. So Lowline, he's back now.
Yeah, technical glitch, sorry everyone.
Yeah, so and now it's now the top 3 fight for the win now. So we've got a 4-way battle now, a 3-way now. Is it still a 3-way fight? Now it's a 4-way fight, and now A&L's now getting a bit closer now to Matza. So now it's a 3-way fight now for the win here at Austria. Now we're going into now the penultimate lap, which is now called, but Shortbread is now in contention for the win. Chinley's Barmy Army, as now Chinley can still fight for the win, but now it's still a battle between the of them. It's just basically a fight for net P2 now. So now Chinley, as now Banks now turn 2 now, he's gonna go to the outside. As now Tabby Dopdex is a 3-second penalty, as now he unfortunately can't get past, but now there's another DRS rating for Chinley's disposal. Now as he pulls out now to the inside, the Hebler, as he does take a little bit of a love tap to Chinley, but Chinley takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix here in the weekend league of Race 1. But Shortbread is now absolutely now going to be sending it now, because look how much ERS Shortbread has, 50%.
Yeah, I don't even think he needs to use it. All he's got to do, just keep it clean. Almost spun through there. Just got to keep it clean. Don't spin. Don't get a penalty as De Hebler has a massive rear step out. Just keep within the 3 seconds. Don't get a penalty and just keep within the 3 seconds.
Yeah, so now he just got to keep in the 3 seconds, and now he just can't get a penalty. As Chinley, come on, nice move, as now there's a one bit there. But Chinley will now stay safe for turn 3, but the Hebler's so close, but Chinley gets very good exit. And now everyone's going to be using their ERS. Shortbread as well, but now watch this top 4-5. Is there going to be any more action now? Is the popcorn going to still be eaten, or but the banks, the crowd, and the circuit? It's still Matza P4, ANL MP6 P5, and as well as Heblerino, so that Apex stays, but Shinley does hold on to get the checkered flag to get his first win, but unfortunately he does get P2, but Shortbread extends his championship lead to around 50 points, and that's not the championship, but he has got 1 hand and a half to the title, and that is amazing stuff from Shortbread, who gets P1 for the first race. But that was some race.
Oh yeah, actually I think, because if Tabby Top Decks doesn't get points next race, I think that Shortbread will secure the title.
Yeah, so Shortbread, that was a great race, but Chinley does get P2, an excellent result for the British driver. He does get P2, which is a fantastic result from him, but that is not the race win for him, but he has done a fantastic race, and that, as Matza picks up driver of the day according to Codemasters, but that was an amazing race. Amazing.
Yeah, great race. Superbly enjoyed it. Yet again, Shortbread showing why he has a 50-point championship lead. I mean, what a driver. He's done so well this weekend league season so far.
So yeah, Shortbread still holds that record of having, now he's on 5 podiums, and that's 5 in a row. Shortbread takes P1 after a very good, solid race with Chinley, De Hebler, Matza, ANL, NP6, Heblerino, Sumner Apex, R. Peter, Billy Misu, and Tabby Doglegs finished the top 10. GMB Suro, Orange, Joshi, and then DBD finishes off the classification, and that was a very good race, and there was so much action, but Shortbread takes the crown for the first race and extends his championship lead by 24 points, because Tabby Dog Days has managed to score 1 point, but that championship is slipping away very quickly out of Tabby Dogdex's sight, and I'm not sure who at the moment who is going to take P2, but Shortbread, they know, leads by about 50 to 45 points, and that was an amazing race. As now we're going to be moving on to race 2, but we're going to catch us now on a little break, and we'll be back for one shot quali, and who will, Hello Lion, take you around for a lap with one of the drivers, and we're going to be now going now into the race, which will be points format of F2, but catch us very, very, very soon, as now we're going to get ready for another lobby and more action. Get your popcorn out, this is going to be amazing.
So then, let's go on board with Shortbread for that in quali, going down into turn 1, braking as late as you can, getting on that curb. Brilliant entry and exit for Shortbread. At the moment, P1 on this one, short quali. So coming down this main straight through turn 2, that little kink, braking as late as you can into the 50 board, not running as deep as we've seen some other drivers do. Very clean entry and exit. So coming near to turn 4 then. This is where the drivers usually get most overtake done, if not done in turn 3. Not clipping as much apex and not clipping as much curb as we see that other drivers do, but that doesn't matter. He's still doing very well. Now coming through here, gotta be careful not to spin. Got to be careful not to run wide. Got to be careful not to invalidate. So coming through turn 6. Now going to go into turn 7. Make sure not to invalidate. Almost did there. Very, very close to not very close to going off there. Coming through turn 9. Taking a little bit of curb. Making sure not to go too wide to invalidate. Lovely entry and exit. Invalidates. Unfortunate for Shortbread. And De Hebler then puts it on pole position, but Shortbread invalidates on the final corner. I could just tell that was going to happen. By the way, they took the entry. So unlucky for Shortbread. They were on course to put it on pole. He's got a lot of work to do in the race if he wants to win the title here. And let's not talk about Tabby Top Decks on the news. I don't think it's going to rain them. So yeah, very interesting quali.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting quali. I did see Shortbread get some understeer into turn 7, which nearly invalidated his lap. But Shortbread, the championship leader, not having the best of qualifying lap times, but he had invalidated at the final corner, and Tabby Dopdeck gets P5 with the mediums, which is impressive, very impressive. And at the moment, he starts P5 with De Hebler on P1 is now going to be starting the formation lap very, very, very soon. So now it's going to be sunny now, low line. It's not going to be raining, unfortunately. No any crazy action, but there will be sunny spells around Spielberg, the Styrian Alps, around Spielberg. So let's see, can maybe Shortbread do an absolutely heroic race? Maybe so. Let's see what will happen. But we're going to be now starting the formation lap very, very soon.
Yeah, so everyone, let me just have a look. Okay. So I'm just going to have a look at what tyre everyone's on there. So Tabby Top Decks on medium, Heblerino soft. So everyone apart from Tabby Top Decks in the top 10 on soft. J&B Surreal medium. Shortbread is on the medium tyre, interestingly. So matching his main championship rival. Orange on the soft. Shinley on the mediums. So yeah, this is a very, very interesting tyre selection for these races. So let's hopefully have a good race start.
Yeah, so only 4 drivers on the mediums. One of them is in the top 10. That is Tabby Dopdex. But JB Surreal really likes, since season 4, I've saw he loves going on the mediums. Shortbread on the mediums as well. Soft and Chinley on the mediums. So only 4 drivers on the mediums. But here's the previous wins for season 6, Ben Roberts, Black Pixel season 6 as One Evil with season 3 with a win, as well as Celeb Ferrari, my brother, taking that win in season 3, and that was the previous wins. But now we're gonna be lights out very soon, Low Lion, and it's gonna be a very interesting start. Who can prevail at the start? Who is going to get a good start? Who is going to be the one at disadvantage? There's going to be everything now to play for into turn 1, but Tabby Dopdex might be facing a bit of a troublesome start, because he might have low grip, low line, but the start is crawling up on us right now.
So then, Obviously, there might be a little bit of a gap. I don't know, but no one's
Delayed.
limbering up their engines, but there's a delay. So then, limbering up their engines. Here we go then. It's lights out and away we go here for race 2 in Austria. De Hebler gets a good start and A&L goes right behind De Hebler. And is there an incident? That is shortbread. Everyone's moving around. Tabby top deck is what's happened at the back of the grid. Something's happened. It's DBD. DBD unfortunately being dropped positions, and there's a little bit of move in the midfield. There's moves everywhere, and that is an Alpha and shortbread dropped down to P13, so he's struggling so much.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a poor start to Shortbread, but that is an excellent start from De Hebler, as well as Matza. But as you can see, he's already on 50% of ERS. He loves using the ERS in his car. But look at MP6. He is shoving De Hebler round the corners, but Tabby Dubdex, I thought he was side by side with someone because the time looked like it was equal, but he is not side by side. But look at the understeer he's getting through the corners. He got a bit of understeer through turn 10, so that's really unfortunate. So there's now everyone now going through turn number 1 pretty safely, but A&L now going round the outside of De Hebler. De Hebler tucks in behind him and takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix for race 2, as now he sets a mark now to keep this lead. But at the moment, it's very close between the pair of them, as there's a big fight, as that is Tabby Dubdex got a bit wide, touching the gravel, hence the grass as well. As does now that is some of the Apex and Tabby Dubdex having a battle there of their own times. Billy Misu, as that is Billy Misu hitting the wall at the exit of turn number 7 and 8 now. So that is very unfortunate for him, as now unfortunately he has been involved in another incident. But now O'Reilly and Chinley now going side by side. Chinley stays ahead into turn 1, but now DRSO is DRS now available. The drivers will have a pretty much a 5% is 100% chance of easy as now 3 wide into turn 3.
Shortbread made a move. I think he's going to make like a double overtake here. He's not up into the points yet.
So
and there's contact with Chinley and Arpita. And there's contact with Shortbread. And then Chinley round.
Chinley's round.
Shortbread ran into the back of him. Is that a caution maybe? No, I don't think so.
Safety car. No, it can't be a safety car. So that's very unfortunate. But that's some of Apex spinning.
Everything is kicking off.
I could hear by your voice, you lagged out a bit, but I heard by your voice, that is surprising. It's very disappointing.
Here we go.
That Apex, but here we go now. It's now Shortbread, and there's a bit of contact, but it's now Shortbread tangling with the 2 Alfa Romeos. But Shortbread now, I was now arranging at the gearbox of Shortbread. Is he going to look to the inside? Oh, yes, he will, you know. He's going to send it to the inside. That's a great move, but he has not completed the yellow line. Now they're side by side. This is going to be a very interesting now. Run down to turn 3. As now Arpita, Arpita does stay ahead still of the pair of them. But Shortbread now looking, as Arpita now looks to the inside of Orenzi, but he thinks better of it and stays P9 at the moment, as Orenzi is P8. But at the moment, it's very close between the top 5, as everyone's very tight and closed up to each other. As now Joshi gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, track invalidation as well, or track extensions. But Chinley now close to Simon that Apex. Maybe you can see overtake to turn 1, but I highly doubt it. I've seen not a lot of people take the overtake to turn 1, but Shortbread now looking to the outside now of our pizza. They bang wheels in collision as well, as Shortbread does get forced a bit wide, but Shortbread is still in the fight. Is now the
And there's a
slipstream.
battle for the lead. De Hebler actually made a move on A&L down into turn 4, and now it's very tight going through 6 and 7.
Yes, that is very, very unfortunate for A&L. He couldn't keep the lead there for much longer. Matza spun.
Oh, no, Matzo, the Flying Dutchman's. Actually, did he reset?
No, I'm not sure he did. I don't think he did. I doubt it. He did. I don't think he did it, but at the moment, Chinley, unfortunately, after that collision, he's still P12. Yeah, Chinley, as now A&L and De Hebler now having a bit of battle, and now A&L, go down the inside.
No.
Shortbread on our pizza does get the move done very quickly, as A&L and De Hebler battling again.
The ice move.
There's battling constantly between the pair of them. A&L now looking to maybe try and round the outside, but De Hebler goes a bit hot in there, but A&L does manage to keep behind, as A&L still keeps the position. But as you can see, this a lovely helicopter shot.
Josh into the pit lane.
Josh into the pits, MP6, but De Hebler stays out.
Yeah, so I think A&L may be going for an undercut. We saw it worked for De Hebler in the previous race. I think that's what A&L's doing, going for an undercut.
Yes, the undercut is kind of decent around this circuit, as well as the overcut. But in the overcut, if you want to make that work, you have to have amazing pace, as A&L slides the rear, as now Samurai Apex manages to join behind the Williams, as now there's a spinner into turn 3. Arpita has, I believe, made some contact with one of the drivers. I'm not sure who made some contact, but it must have been DBD or Chinley, or maybe someone. Not really sure what happened with Arpita, but at the moment, everyone is looking intact with their front wings and tyres. Nobody has pit yet. As though De Hebler now pits. Not as the first one. As DBD. Yep, DBD. As the Joshi joins. Joshi joins him into the death. To the death spin area.
This is going to be interesting. Oh, A&L is going to get him by a mile, I think.
DBD spins now into the pits. He goes into the pit lane as now he spins.
Yeah.
He's ghosted now. As you can see, DBD has spun. But Heblerino jumps De Hebler. But yeah.
Heblerino had a moment.
Yeah, so De Hebler and Heblerino do have the DRS. Both of them have. So at the moment.
Pit lane.
Pit lane. DBD's retired in the pit lane. Yeah, he has retired in the pits. So that calls the race for DBD, and he is out of the Austrian Grand Prix. But Tabi Doctors gets a 3-second time penalty. Could be pretty punishing, Shortbread does not have a penalty yet, so there's only 2 drivers at the moment. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. There's DBD with the retirement, but at the moment there's close racing into sector 1. The yellow flag still because of DBD. I'm not sure he's now going to be pulling up, but that's not going to be a safety car, no doubt, unless it absolutely does, as why DBD wasn't ghosted and Heblerino had to take avoiding action. Arpita sends to the inside, as well as MP6 does send it to the inside. Now it's the quadruple battle.
So Heblerino making a move on A&L for P1. Whoa. very close with A&L braking for Arpita. But this is so Shortbread. In theory, let's have a look. So he'll probably come out P10. So I don't think he'll be on course for a podium. So is he going to box at the same time as Tabby Top Decks?
Not really sure as they're side by side. As that was close, but yeah. Yeah, but our pizza, I think he should have got a bit more later into the white line because the AI does like do that, and then the AI made contact, and it's just absolute calamity between the pair of them, but now the brothers nearly look side by side, but as now Matza now goes to P9 because of our pizza now exiting the pit stop box and now goes back to the circuit. But now De Hebler and Heblerino, low line, and now they go side by side. But De Hebler, absolutely very, very swift and calm move. Joshi tied in the pit lane.
Yeah, pit lane retirement for Joshi. We're getting all excited about these retirements, but they're all ending up just in the...
Yeah, so
really want it to be a full course caution, but it's not going to happen anyway. So Shortbread and JMB Surreal are into the pit lane. This is going to be interesting. Where is Shortbread going to come out?
Yeah, so that is Joshi, Chinley's teammate, retiring from the race. Is now now he's pulling up now to this to the right hand side. Our Peter's lagged out. I'm gonna quickly just check Gavra. I can maybe invite him back if I have him as a friend, but a low line. This is getting very interesting. The race is getting more serious.
Yeah, your mic actually lagged out a little bit there.
Yeah, apologies. I'm just looking. Peter. Do I have Peter? Do I have Peter? That is the main question, but I don't think I have him, Gav. No, I don't have him. Yeah, I don't have him. I don't have Peter. So yeah, pretty unfortunate. Oh, you invited him. Oh, great, thank you, Gav. But yeah, A&L is leading now from the Hebler now, looking to the inside of NP6 as he sets for mistake to Hebler. A&L will have DRS and ERS. The Hebler has to hold back and takes P2 and now MP6 progresses to P number 1 as now Gavra's screens are lagging a bit, but now we'll be back into the action of the race, but Matza is now that's alright, Gav, but so Matza is on the hards, closing in on JB Surreal, who's just a bit of a corner cut there. Ginley gets a 3-second penalty. As you can see, Lola Chinley is close now to Matza. Shortbread sets the fastest lap of the Austrian Grand Prix, so Shortbread is going to be an absolute rocket in the final closing stages of the Grand Prix. But can Shortbread pull anything else off in the McLaren?
Shortbread,
Matza and Chinley now battling it out now. Matza looking now to the inside, but he can't do it quite yet. But now it's a three-way battle between the three of them. But Chinley now going down the inside of JB Surreal. JB Surreal nearly collides with Chinley as he nearly rams the rear of JB Surreal. Nearly got into contact, but as Alpita has gladly joined back into the session, but not into his car yet. but he's in the session, which is good news. So he can still be racing. And as now, I know there's a bit of a sound in the background. I'm not sure what that was, but at the moment it's very close between the three of them. Of the leaders now, Heblerino's getting involved in this fight as well. Maybe Tabby Dogdex as well.
J&B were right there.
Yeah, J&B now, Surreal losing a lot of time now, as now Matza now closing in now on J&B Surreal now to the inside. Matza, J&B Surreal does get committed to get them over on the outside, but J&B Surreal has the grip in those soft tires now. The Alpha now gonna be now with the slipstream now going down the inside, but he thinks better of it to not send it to the inside, and takes P and has P9 at the moment.
Yeah. So it's been a very interesting race so far, to say the least. I can't find the gap, for goodness sake, to try and get Shortbread to see how far away he is from Tabby Topdex.
They're resetting now. For me, they're resetting. So Shortbread's gap to leader 7 seconds. So 6.6. Hebler and A&L now are battling. NP6 does get to P2, and now A&L now gets released from the lead position, and now De Hebler now takes P1 at the lead, but maybe can his brother or his teammate, if you wish, get P2, but NP6 does have no penalties, hence De Hebler and Heblerino have a 3-second time penalty. But look at O'Rainsy low lion, as now Tabby Dogdex as
let him by.
He's let him by.
Yeah, I do actually fully think he let him by there. That's an interesting choice.
So maybe he wants the DRS. And
no. Here we go then. So Shortbread is going to probably push like crazy. And who is that? That's our Peter. There's not enough time for a safety car. So that would just change everything for Tabby Topdex. But Shortbread then, he needs, 2 more seconds, I think? No, I mean 3/10, sorry. 3/10, and he will jump Tabby Topdex, but Tabby Topdex will be getting a lot of points, and unfortunately Shortbread's podium battle will be broken.
Unless he does absolutely amazing pace. And at the moment, he needs to somehow get. So at the moment, I'm just looking at it. Shortbread is 7 seconds. So Shortbread needs to pull out 3 seconds in 2 laps. Three laps, including this one. Jimmy Israel.
I'm just going to have another look quickly at warnings. So Shortbread has 3 warnings.
But does not have a penalty, so maybe he got 1 warning, or maybe corner cutting, and maybe there's other 2.
And Tabby actually needs 1 more warning, and he gets a 6-second time penalty. So he's got to be very careful.
What about the Ferraris? Maybe they are
I'll have a quick look. So De Hebler has 2 warnings on 1 lap and a penalty and a warning. So no, he has no more warnings after that. And A&L has 2 warnings.
Yellow flags.
Heblerino.
Split second. Heblerino
has 2 warnings and the penalty.
So he needs just 1 more warning to get 6 seconds.
Oh!
That is our Peter out of the race.
If that's going to come earlier, there would have been a full course caution.
That is a big crash. That's a massive crash. Both tyres are off. As now the final lap. As now A&L will be now looking. Matza. Oh, he's spun. He does not have no front wing. It means he has to complete the lap without a front wing. But A&L takes the. of the Austrian Grand Prix on the final lap. De Hebler does
Oh,
pull back into P2. So, Tabby Doggers gets to 3 seconds. Tabby spun. No front wing.
Tabby, no way! This is unbelievable! This is
Same with that
unbelievable
Apex.
drama! On the last lap, I cannot believe it! I cannot believe it! And Heblerino and D Hebler are fighting! I can't believe what I've just seen. Tabby top decks!
ANLN. Yes, now ANL NP6 crosses the line to win the Austrian second race. But that was an amazing race. And calamity on the last lap below Lion. Tabby Dobdeck will be now crossing the line without a front wing to take
P8.
P7.
No, P7 should I say.
So P7 for the man without a front wing. That is
And the two Hasses on the last lap have had an absolute shocker.
Yeah, absolute calamity, as it could see, just looking at Matz's on board.
Yeah.
Wow. Just wow.
Can't believe the shunt that our Peter had. Like, that was a massive shunt. Massive shunt. But then, Matza collects last position. But Shortbread, does he take the championship?
As ANL NP6, yes, it just says first win in Gavra race. Round of applause to him who takes his first win. Shortbread does increase the championship lead by a small amount of points. So not the max amount of points, but he has limited the damage. But ANL NP6 gets his first win in the basically the sprint race. It gets P1, O'Rainty P2, Heblerino P3, but O'Rainty's pulled into P2 from P13. That's probably driver of the day or driver of the race there. Great drive from him. To Hebler P4. Shawbread takes P5, Chinley with a P6. Tabby Dobdeck P7, Jeremy Cyril 9th and 10th is now, we'll be saying now goodbyes. Now Lowline is leaving now.
Thanks everyone.
Commentary, but yeah, goodbye to Lowline and goodbye to you. As now we just left, and yeah, so JJ Bomb now looking at the chat. What the heck happened in that race? And then just drop points. Yeah, it was a up and down race. Chaos. That was just chaos and a half. That was a massive race, and that was a very, very intense race, and hopefully everyone enjoyed that, as that was a crazy race, and unfortunately that brings the end to the Gavra Racing Weekend Leagues Round 3. But there is still something to say. Main leagues coming out tomorrow. I am absolutely happy with that, because we have the Academy League coming in tomorrow. Tuesday and Bonneville taking you for a spin round there. Tuesday, me and Geek Fusion taking you as well for a spin on Tuesday. So make sure you join us on Tuesday, where me and Geek Fusion will be taking you for the first league race, 50% race in Gavra Racing for the main league. And as well on Wednesday, Bonneville and Toussaint will take you for a spin on Wednesday for the Premier Series, and then the King, the Crowns, the top of the top, the Challenge, the Super League, taking Meet Myself and Tiger for the Super League. And make sure you get us, make sure you watch us down there, because that will be an absolutely amazing race. And qualifying, remember Super League does have the qualifying, but hopefully everyone's enjoyed that race, and qualifying session has been crazy. And yeah, make sure you join us on Tuesday. Thanks very much for one. Simon. So for my part, Simon that Apex. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Yeah, it was a great drive from you though. You tried a lot, very hard, but nonetheless, we'll see you guys later for Tuesday for the Freshman League, where me and Geek Fusion will be taking you for the race, and I can't wait. See you guys then. Thank you to the Alfie Fortnite play for nice comment. That was an absolutely amazing race. But let's see on Thursday what happens in the Freshman League. See you then.